I gotta say, I'm happy to have a short one today. Gyrodine is what you'd get if you asked for the most middle-of-the-road shooter on the Famicom. It's fine, there's nothing especially wrong with it, but it's not really inspiring either. In the distant future of 2000 AD, Country S has decided to take over the world. So they've teamed up with aliens and built a giant base called Gordos. The entire rest of the world has one super advanced attack helicopter called Gyrodine, and they send it in. Gyrodine is a shooter in the Xevious mode. You have an air attack when you hit B, and a ground attack when you hit A. Weirdly enough, the air attack doesn't auto-fire, but the ground attack does. So you have to hit B rapidly, but you can just hold down A. Hitting both of them at the same time fires a homing missile that targets ground objects. You have an unlimited number of those homing missiles too. So why would you use the guns when you have homing missiles? Well, a handful of enemies, in particular bosses, can intercept the homing missiles. And homing missiles won't go after bonus targets. But other than that, you might as well just fire away. There are no power-ups in Gyrodine, so what you have at the start is all you have for the game. There is a consistent progression of enemies as you get deeper into enemy territory, so the game progresses by you fighting one wave of the same enemy for about 20 seconds, then the next enemy style comes out, and so on. I mentioned bosses, and that's probably overstating them a little bit. They're just ground installations with a lot of guns. There's 3 of them in total before the game loops. In recording this video, I only managed to get to the second one, but considering how quickly I got there, it gives me the impression that the entire loop is less than 10 minutes long. There are bonus point targets hidden throughout the game. You have to shoot a ground attack at just the right spot, so I didn't stumble across any of them. The most common bonus targets are mermaids, which I guess is why they have this one in the commercial. I guess I could have gotten some help in locating those bonus targets. Help in the form of this audio cassette that gives players tips on Gyrodine and the Legend of Kage. I'm struggling to find other things to say about Gyrodine. It's just so generic. The graphics are kind of primitive, but not so primitive that it's unpleasant. The most interesting thing I've got is that the original arcade game was made by a company called Crax, who went out of business before the game was published, but a lot of their staff founded the company Toaplan, who would make a lot more shooters, and in particular Tiger Heli, which is a game that I always get this confused with. As soon as I'm done editing this video, I'm going to forget that Gyrodine exists again. There's just nothing here that stands out. It's not even bad enough to be remembered.